to the ground. Hey guys, Eve here, welcome back to my channel. Today's story bit's title may seem a little bit alarming, but do not worry, I'm absolutely fine. This took place years ago. Although now that I think about it, I maybe should have stayed there on purpose. Moved to France perhaps. That would have been nice. Anyways, this story takes time when I was about 11 years old, in school and all. And my school decided to organize this huge trip for all the classes, all students that wanted to go, to actually get on a bus and go out of the country for the very first time. The main goal was to go to Spain, and we're gonna go through a lot of other countries on our way there. I was almost 100% sure that my super overprotective parents were never ever going to let me go on a trip like this, like ever. But something magical happened and they, on their own, decided that I should go. My dad was like, let her go, she needs to experience life, she needs to experience things, and she's going. And of course that by itself was very exciting, but on the other hand we were gonna go by bus. And the trip was super long. Back then I probably wasn't too excited about it. I probably dreamed about just going to Spain with a plane and forgetting about everything else. But at this time we actually went with a bus, and now when I think about it, it was a great idea because when you travel with a bus you get to go physically through all of the countries, and even though you don't get to stay a lot because you still have a destination, you still get to see a lot of things from those countries. But back then I was super miserable during the beginning of the trip because it's like 45 kids in a huge bus. Of course with a respectable number of teachers and the principal himself, but still way too many kids, even though I was a kid at the moment and I still couldn't stand it. The main point of the trip was of course to get to Spain, but while we were going there we stopped for a while at a lot of countries. We got to spend like either a day or half of the day in them, make pictures, do tours. And my favorite part of the whole thing, we got to go to Lyon, which is a town in France. We stopped the bus and we had to walk to this, if I'm not mistaken, like a cathedral or church on the very top of the very hill, which was super high. There was also this very fancy statue that was awesome. If I can find the picture, I'm going to insert it right here. So one of the cool ways to go up this hill was catching something like a small train. We went there, there's like a huge square empty space in front of it. We check out all the stuff, the gift shop, all of that. And because this is on a cliff, they have like these huge binoculars where you have to place a coin and then you can look at the city and you can look for some time, but you can see like every small detail because you're up on the hill, you have this huge binocular device. And we're like 40 children just walking around, not doing much, taking rest, eating sandwiches, going to the gift shop, taking pictures, doing whatever. I decide I'm going to put a coin in that binocular thing and I'm going to look at the city. There was another binocular thing next to me and some of my classmates were on that as well. So I put in the coin, I looked through the thing, I looked at the entire city in all little details. It's so cool. They're like teeny tiny ants and I can see all of them. So I looked through this thing for quite some time and then I decide I'm bored now. I just want to go back to do something else, hang out with some schoolmates, perhaps go to the gift shop one more time because I'm crazy about gift shops, you know. And then I look away and there's nobody. 50 people disappeared. My group is not there. I am 11 years old. I am alone. I do not speak French. There's nobody there. They just left me. And my schoolmates that were on the next binocular just like a minute ago are also gone. For some reason, they all left and they forgot me there. So I wander around, I don't know what to do. I go to the other side of this cathedral, I look around, they're nowhere to be found. They're not in the trains, they're not on the benches, they're not in the gift shop, they're just nowhere. So then I decided to do the most reasonable thing an 11-year-old can think of. Sit on the bench and cry. I just sat on this bench and I started crying, tears going down my face, I'm completely upset, I don't know what's going on. I started wondering where I should go. Should I call the police? Is this a matter of emergency? When are they going to figure out I'm gone? What if they figure out that I'm gone by the time they're already in Spain? What am I gonna do then? So I just continue crying, I'm all very upset, I'm just sitting there, and these very nice two ladies walk past by me And because they were very nice, they decide to ask me what's going on. They say something in French, which I completely don't understand. Then they start talking in English, which is great because I could definitely start a conversation then. And I explained to them all about how I was here with my group, this huge group from school, and they forgot about me. So they decided they're going to help me. They asked me where my bus is parked. I can totally not remember. I told them that it's definitely somewhere downstairs because we came up with the trains. I get on the trains, we go back downstairs, we look around. My group is nowhere to be found. I am freaking out. Perhaps I should look for the embassy. Or perhaps I should move to France. Yet I was 11 years old, that never even came to my mind. So then one of the ladies actually got the great idea that it's best if we return where they found me, because someone might come looking back for me. It's always a good idea to stay where you got lost so that other people can find you. And we went back up with the train, we got on the same spot, and the minute I reached that same bench, that very same bench where I was freaking out and crying, I see with the edge of my eye, coming up from some stairs that I've never even seen before, my teacher and an older boy from some other class. I felt like I was saved, the day was saved, my life was saved, and this boy that I never even knew was walking a little bit faster ahead of my teacher. I didn't even know him. And I started running towards to him and I hugged him and started crying. Like, you would think that that would feel embarrassing after some time? No, they totally saved me, nothing to be embarrassed about. I just hugged him and everything was great. And then my teacher came along, and when she realized that I was fine, we thanked those ladies, everything was great. We started going down these stairs to get to the rest of the group, and she started like kind of yelling at me, like it was my fault. She was like, "Where did you go? How can you go somewhere without us?" And I was still kind of very upset. Otherwise, if I was a little bit older, I would probably be like, "Dude, you totally forgot me here. I didn't go anywhere. I was right here and you totally left without me." Like, excuse me, but even if you're a teacher and you have a huge group of children, you're supposed to count them. You're supposed to count that all of them are present before you move on to your next destination. Anyways, I got a little upset about that too, but what are you gonna do? And then we got closer to the rest of the group and I could see all of them. The entire space down there was filled with children and teachers and the principal. And the principal was in the front, like he was completely waiting for me. And I was thinking, oh my god, my teacher started like yelling at me when I was completely upset. What is the principal gonna do? Those teachers and the principal have all the responsibility over all of us. And this could have been a crazy situation if something were to happen. But then I get closer and the dude is like, hey, where'd you guys go? You missed all the fun. So glad you're here. What happened with you? Do you have fun up there? Find new friends or whatever? Anyways, he was totally cool about it, and by actually being funny, he calmed me down, he made me smile again, and it was all very great, very nice of him. Anyways, all went great. I was saved. I don't know if I should be happy about that. I could have been in France. Keep in mind that back then, it was a luxury for children to have cell phones, so I didn't even have that. But that was pretty much it. Thank you for watching today's story bits. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have similar crazy, fucked up stories from your childhood so we can relate. Thumbs up this video if you liked it. Feel free to check out the rest of my videos and subscribe to my channel because there will be more videos like that to come, and I do hope that you like them. Bye!